We're back, and it's cold. So we're going to be making a nice creamy fish chowder. And you can basically use any white fish for this. Any white fish. We're using sole today. You can use flounder, sole, whitefish, and so on. And again, very inexpensive, very quick. We're going to be putting a whole bunch of vegetables into this pot. We're going to start out with about 3 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to turn our heat up, let that melt down. And in the meantime, we're going to start with an onion and a clove or 2 of garlic. Okay. Those are going to get pressed inside. You ready?
Yes.
You know how to use one of those?
Super.
All right. Are you cold? This is perhaps the harshest weather that we've actually just contacted the Food Network, and this is the harshest weather that any meal has ever been cooked in. And we're proud to be part of it, coming to you from the coastline of British Columbia. Hardiest cookers in the world, Canadians. A?
A.
All right. Your garlic's in?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, once the onion goes in, you want to let the onion and garlic go for a few minutes, just so that the onion at that point gets a little bit translucent. Okay, I'm going to throw that in. Look at that wind going across. Hey, that's great. That's just great. Yeah, that's it, eh? Okay, go for it. Rolling. No wafting necessary today, as you can see. Just hold your head on the side of the pan and you're going to get a nice smell of that. Nice little whiff. You're on the wrong side.
Your hair blew straight for a minute,
My
Peter.
hair blew straight. There's another phenomenon in nature. Okay, next step for this creamy fish chowder is we're going to put in at the same time. Again, these go for a couple of minutes. 2 carrots chopped, 2 stalks of celery chopped. Get working.
Okay.
Come on. And 2 potatoes. Now for the potatoes, you want to cut out any eyes that you might find on it. Wash all your vegetables well. And we're just going to cube the potato. Potato gets cubed up. You want more or less everything in the same bite-sized chunks. And that way that assures that your cooking time is pretty much even. So bite-sized chunks, and those go straight in. Now these vegetables, once they're all in, then you just count off another 5 minutes, time to run a mile. Okay, the potatoes go in. Let's mix this up. 2 celery stalks, 2 carrots, 2 potatoes added to your onion and garlic. Those are going to go for about 5 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to keep busy by chopping up 1 zucchini and 1 green pepper. A little trick there for us, don't you? Look at that, every single seed coming out with it.
Except for a couple.
All right, now zucchini, as opposed to cucumber, you clean the skin well and you can leave the skin on as you chop. Again, we're just going to leave these more or less bite-sized pieces. Now again, fish, living right on the BC coast as we do, fish is one of the healthiest foods you can eat. We don't eat enough of it. There's again different types of fat, and fish is has the highest content of omega-3, a very healthy type of fat. I'm going to be adding some pepper as you go along. As well, very, very high in protein, very low in fat, and the fat it does contain, the omega-3, extremely healthy. A few dashes of salt. I got to make sure to get this salt shaker right in there, otherwise it's just going to blow right across into our crew's face.
You want the green pepper added?
Oh, just add it, definitely. So again, we're going to add 3 cups of water. And we're going to stir that around a bit. And into that we drop 1 bay leaf, half a teaspoon of marjoram. Look at that whirlwind of activity going on in this countertop. And after that we chop up a bit of dill, put a bit of dill in. We're going to mix this through. And let that sizzle, bake, rock and roll. For a hurricane force fish chowder. Now this, we're going to let sit 15 minutes, just enough time to allow the vegetables to tenderize a bit. And we're going to warm up our hands.
Yeah.
And we're just going to take a break now for a tip time. Hope you come back.
Tip time, tip time, tip time.
All right, welcome to this tip time. Now, if you have so much beer that you don't know what to do with it, that's usually my problem. We're going to make a nice beer marinade. Now, this marinade is great for broiling, grilling, or roasting any of your meats, roast and so on. You want to put in about 1.5 cups of beer, okay? And then we're going to put in about a tablespoon of honey, and we're going to whisk that around like that. Put our honey aside. We're going to take, again, 2 tablespoons of any marmalade, such as a citrus or a nice ginger. In this case, I'm using a citrus marmalade that gets mixed in as well. Okay, 2 tablespoons. You want about a tablespoon of dry mustard that gets mixed in as well. A teaspoon, a little bit less, of ground ginger that gets thrown in. Little dab will do ya. You want 2 cloves of garlic already minced. Those go inside like this. A dash of salt. Now we're going to take our whisk and we're just going to mix this through. And again, this is great for broiling, grilling, or roasting your meats. Now this you want to use immediately, or you can cover it and keep it into your fridge for up to a week, no longer than that. And just mixing that through. Our nice beer marinade. Hope you got that down, and if you do have any extra beer left over that you don't know what to do with, well, there's an address for the Propane Pals at the end of the show. Thanks. Okay, we're back. And we've almost finished our 15 minutes, just slowly cooking our vegetables before we put the fish and the remainder of the ingredients in. We're going to make with this a fresh field salad with fresh herbs. Now we have here some radicchio, which is an Italian chicory. It's got a beautiful magenta mauve color to it. So we're going to break this up into bite-sized pieces along with some endive lettuce. Okay, you want to have some fun?
Sure, thanks.
Okay, you can do something there. And on top of that, we're going to put about a cup of fresh herbs. We have here some basil, we have sage, we have cilantro, mint, some fresh dill, and in the center, some tarragon. And we'll pour on top. I just want to mix this through. Beautiful color going on in there. And then on top, we'll sprinkle our fresh herbs. Just like this. I think my kitchen has a leak. Dripping. Okay, now this has been going for about 15 minutes. We're going to add some salt and pepper to taste. You can handle that?
Yeah.
We're going to take our fish fillet, and our fish fillet, we're just going to cut up into nice bite-sized pieces. Okay, now that's starting to smell really good, isn't it?
Delicious.
Oh,
Smells
that fish is
delicious.
cooked through. And now we're going to add a cup of half and half. Okay. And at this point, you want to turn down your heat a little bit because you don't want the half and half to boil too much. We're just going to let that warm through our creamy fish chowder soup. And of course, the half and half is what makes the creamy. Going, are you hungry?
Oh, I'm
Would you like a little bit of this?
Love some.
This is looking incredible.
This is my bowl?
No, this is not your bowl. Actually, you get what's left in this other pot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go, and nice creamy fish chowder. Again today using sole, about a pound of sole. Again, so again today we've been told, I don't know how many times, we're tired of the joke, go fly a kite. I mean, these winds are strong, building up a good appetite. Hope you enjoyed the recipes for any of them. Just write to the address at the end of the show. And a very special thanks to our guest, Leanne Young, for joining us today with some vegetarian specialties from Lebanon. We had our creamy fish chowder and our rice and honey pork chops sandwiched in between there. So join us again next episode. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to catch my boat.